Hello, good day. Today I would like to present my papers, Textured Cards as Learning Media to Identify Numbers Using Tactile Methods. For early childhood, the ability to recognize numbers and number concepts known as numeracy skill is one part of developing cognitive abilities that need to be fostered in an integrated manner so that children's potential can develop optimally. One method that can be used in learning is the multisensory method, which is a teaching method that involves stimulation of all sensory for child senses, such as sight, hearing, tactile senses, and movement, better known by the VAKT methods: visual, auditory, kinesthetic, and tactile. Variation of activities that involve sensory activities such as seeing, listening, writing, and touching are expected to make it easier for children to understand the material, especially about the concept of numbers. The number learning cards that exist generally display numbers, objects that represent numbers, and words that stating these numbers. The appearance of this card can help three sensory aspects. The first is the visual aspect, when the child looks at the card. The second is the audio aspect, when the child recites and reads the number. And the third is kinesthetic aspect, when the child tries to imitate and trace number with his finger, or when the child tries to write it again on a paper. When referring to the VAKT methods, there is one aspect that is less explored, which aspect of the tactile aspect, where the children's sense of touch are not stimulated. This research method using literal study, observation, interview, and design process. In design process, I use pre-production, production, and post-production to develop a new cards that have tactile senses for stimulating the children's sense. The two main things used in developing this card are how children can optimize all their sensors in learning numeracy skills. And the second is how children can use this card comprehensively, such as being able to recognize and match quantities and its numbers in one medium. The final form of the card that has gone through the design process is a multicolored folding card, which has a size of 9 and 26 centimeter when it's open, and becomes 9 in height and 13 centimeter in length when it is folded. In this form, there are 4 sides of the card that contain 4 visualizations. The first is the visualization of numbers such as 1, 2, 3, and so on, which have arrows as a reference for how to write. The second side is the name of the number, such as the words 1, the words 2, the words 3, and so on. Followed by the third and fourth sides, respectively, are pictures of animals that show the amount of quantity and picture of circles in various sizes which also show the quantity. On the side of the card that show the numbers, there is a rough texture laminate that allows children to feel and stimulate writing the numbers by tracing them using their fingers. Likewise, on the side that shows the numbers represented by picture of circles, this side is given a rough texture that can also be touched. After the dummy card is finished, there is a trial process on several children aged 4 and 5 years who are accompanied by their parents in using the card. When they're using it, parents are given instruction and how to use it first so that when they're guiding the children, they can use it better. The response obtained were quite different, but on average, parents and children were attracted by the rough texture found in the circles and number symbols. They touch and rub it repeatedly to feel the sensation. The conclusion of this research is this card is expected to help children's development tasks more easily and optimally in the process of learning numeracy skill. With the novelty of the texture, this card is also easy to use in matching between quantities and numbers. Recommendations for further research are to develop more varied alternative texture with various card forms. In addition, further research can also lead the technique and process of producing this texture card so that it can be made in large quantities. Thank you.